Good morning. Today is Monday, the 21st of July, 2025. It is 10:15. And we have just started our Monday, Wednesday, 10 o'clock class recording. Let's share our screen and let's revise what we did last week, because we have here, I didn't delete the weekly plan because I wanted to do with you for the first time, right? So I said last week that we will always have our plan here that will be transformed into an update. This is what we planned. Of course, there were more topics, or there were more items in my planning, which I deleted. What I didn't do, I deleted, and I placed somewhere else to make sure I will include in future plannings. So this will disappear from here. And if you click on the week 1 update, you will find everything that we did. So the students watching the recording need to update their document and make sure that everything done in the week 1 is also done in their document. That's how you keep a track of your course. Remember that the course flies and time flies amazingly fast in this course. It is only 12 weeks, but they are very intense and productive. So please don't wait until the last time, because the snowball is going to be very, very big. All right. So then I have here our plan for week 2. And the plan is, I mentioned in the video that the screenshot for the diagnosis tests must be pasted to your documents. But I forgot to mention that it is nice. It is not an obligation, because we are all adults. And I believe if you write, for example, whatever, you have a link here for an exercise, whatever, verb, tenses, exercise. And then you have a link here, okay? And then you write 10 out of 12. So of course I am going to believe. But if you paste a screenshot with your mistakes, you will understand, you will learn. In English, learn can also be perceber, notar. You will also learn what the mistakes are, so that you can work on those mistakes. So when you learn what the mistakes are, you are not gonna commit them again. All right. So, and apart from that, every time you realize you have less than 85% in any practice, you should revise whatever mistakes you have committed and keep your track and keep your practice on 85%. Why? Because if you were looking for the B2 level, that's the percentage TOEIC requires for the B2 level. All right. That's why I recommend that you place the screenshots of every practice. If it is a good practice and you get more than 85%, you can just place the results. If it's less, I advise you place the whole practice screenshot, so that you can learn what you have to practice on and use the destination books on Class Life. All right. So this, for example, is already done. Then we are gonna place here a link for all verb tenses. And before that, I'm gonna ask you to, let me see if I can locate this channel that I recommended. Paste here. So this channel here, you have, this is the official TOEIC channel, and you can use it to get a lot of information. So let me copy this, because that link is not working. Okay, now it is working. Here you have lots of information. I don't think they have tests. So this is for individual, for information. And there is another one. I don't like the bullet points. I want the, sorry, I want the checklist. This, I'll fix it later. I want the channel for practice. It's E2. Yes. This is the channel that I recommend you using here. Copy and paste. Provide. Channel. This is the channel for individual practices because they bring excellent explanations. Okay. They are all separated by reading, listening, explanations before, etc. Okay. Vocabulary, amazing channel. All right. This is on.
I'm in.
Sorry?
I'm in already.
Okay. Right. For today, as Juan Carlos well said, hi, Lucy. I didn't do as well as I thought, right? Let me ask Arnau. Arnau, did you do your progress test number 2?
No, I do the B1 first test.
The first test. Okay.
Yeah, the
Test.
1 to 21 unit, I think.
Okay. And this was homework. Okay. So make sure that you do it during the week and that you analyze what units or what exercises the mistakes are, and then you can identify the units you need to go and practice. The same for you, Juan Carlos. If this was not very good for you, what units did you need to practice on? Do you remember?
No, I because I have all right in my paper, so I know my
Uh-huh.
mistakes. And I did it the exam the test yesterday afternoon, so I didn't have enough time later for review all
To
the
analyze it.
to analyze it
Mhm.
and to see what lessons I have to review. But
Uh-huh.
the main mistakes are writing, so it will
Okay.
be really easy this week doing
All
it.
right. Okay. All right. So you already know what you have to do. Everybody should have now done progress test 1, progress test 2 to diagnose the grammar you have to work for. And from now on, these grammar practices are for you to do in your free time. If we have free time, I know, but it is what it is, right? For today, we are going to do all tenses, all verb tenses practice. So, and where is the link that I like? No, no. Yes. It is. Okay. Why we are doing those tests? Because our course focus on speaking and writing for B2 and C1 levels, especially for the TOEIC examinations. They focus on structures that will allow you to pass for the B2 and the C1 levels. What kind of structures do we need? We need complex structures, okay? To build complex structures, we need to go from easy to difficult. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to go step by step. They have changed this here, tenses. Okay. They use it to have all tenses. Simple past. Tenses contrasted. Okay, here. Okay. All right, let's start with the easy one. I will click this. As this is individual diagnosis or individual practice, people watching and people in the room will do it individually and we correct together. I will do it. This is July 21st. And this is the 10 o'clock group. Individual practice. All tenses. Okay, you can start. 5 minutes is more than enough. Okay, I will do it as well.
Okay.
I'm sharing the answers. Just a moment, I would connect my charger. Okay, did you finish?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
these are my answers. Oh, mistyping. I forgot the verb here. Okay, the verb tense is correct, but I forgot to write the verb. Okay, so as every human being, I can commit mistakes as well. So here is a mistyping. What can happen when you are doing TOEIC? Okay, and here I forgot to write the verb, but the verb tense is okay. Any questions? The questions are, if you committed the mistake like me, okay, you know the verb tense. So it's a mistyping, it's perfectly normal. Here, the same. Javier. Good morning, Javier.
Good morning.
Welcome to the class. We are doing an exercise about the verb tenses that is in the common document, page 7, okay? We are correcting.
Okay,
So the question is, for example, if you use it a different verb tense here, why is this the future simple, right? Do you want me to explain everything, or do you have specific questions?
I review my bad answers. So for me, it's clear for me, my mistakes.
It is clear. All
For
right.
me.
I want to explain. I would explain for people watching, especially number 4 and number 10, right? Because that's the typical mistakes.
I
So,
mistake the number 4.
Me too.
okay, you use it the simple past.
Yeah, they had to clean their car.
They
They had to
had
clean.
to clean the car. Okay.
Yeah.
This structure have to in English is the same thing as must. And it is used to conjugate must. So every time you use have to, had to, has to, it's because you were saying that someone has an obligation or had the obligation to do something. So, for example, the students from the spring TOEIC course had to do their speaking exam 2 weeks ago. If they didn't do the speaking exam, they could not pass the course. They had to pass the course, right? So in this case, it was not an obligation to clean the car. That's why the answer is incorrect. Why it cannot be cleaned the car? They cleaned their car. It looks new
My
again.
mistake. My mistake.
Because you don't know when they clean the car. Did they clean the car yesterday? Did they clean the car this morning, did they clean the car 3 days ago because they are going to sell it? We don't know when they clean the car. So they have cleaned the car. The same here. When did he lost the money? Just before paying for the hamburger? Or when? When did he lost the money? When did he lose the money? So when you don't know when the actions happened in the past, you use the present perfect among other uses.
For me, that was the two mistakes, and also one more about the 8. I put will read and is going to read, the same reason. I don't know when he's going to read it, so he's going
Okay.
to, but I don't know if he will or not. Yeah.
It is a very good mistake because I would like to explain this to everybody. So when do we use will and when do you use is going to? Will is the concept of future that the Spanish students have is normally completely wrong. So will is translated as this. Okay, so irá, comerá, leerá. So this is this, right? But what if I do this? It's gonna be right? And how do I know the difference? In English is because this is at the last moment, which means a bit of improvisation or decisions made at the moment of the speaking. And is going to means planification. So in the exercise, in here, I know it's saying tomorrow, okay? But it is a prediction. And in here, there is a planification. He is going to read this evening. He will be 13 tomorrow. We cannot avoid this. I'm just saying that he will be 13 tomorrow. The future tenses are, it looks tricky, but future tenses chart. Let me look at this. For plans and intentions, an event that looks, okay. In this, you can write a note. If you see the time and the day in the sentence, you can use this one. Normally, the future will doesn't give you details. That's why they use the speculation. I hope, I think, I believe, I expect. Apart from that, look, decision made right now. Decisions taken at the moment of the speaking. Normally, you can have the interjections. How do you say it in the exclamations? Look, it will rain. It's not look, it is going to rain. Look at the clouds. It will rain. Okay? Wait a moment. I will connect my charger because I am deciding right now. I will place.
But in that way, you can also say, wait, I'm going to connect my charger. No, in another way. Okay.
You can say it because we have bad habits,
Yeah,
because we have
that I
bad
have to
habits,
correct. That I have to correct a lot.
right?
Okay.
So if you want to say it correctly,
I will.
it's like in Spanish or in Catalan or in Portuguese. In my case, I am Brazilian, so you can misuse the language in your daily life with your family, but officially,
Yeah,
this is how we would say it.
that's my main problem. Okay.
Everybody's welcome to the club. Well, I'm gonna fix it later. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Mainly, so every time you're gonna use the future, you have to consider this: improvisation, decisions made at the last minute, the planification and detailing. But Lucy, what about the present continuous? This this is at the moment. Listen, he is playing the piano, and can I add the word now here? I can. The word is not written, and this is a trap. Es una trampa, because Lucy has just said, "Hey, listen," or "Wait, I will connect the charger." I have just said this example, but this is a trap. Okay?
Okay.
Let's go for the next exercise and let's see if these mistakes don't happen again. One more back. We did, it was contrasted right here. Tenses in statements, that's the second exercise for the practice.
I just start this test. They offer me after the review, and I start to do it also.
You did?
I was doing it. I'm in the 8th.
Oh, no.
No, don't worry, don't worry. Yes, I just was curious.
Okay. All right. So now everybody can click on page 7. Let's click here. I will do it again. I will do it with you. So I'm going to unshare. The other one, I ended in 1.5 minutes, and I understand you need more time. I think that I gave you 5 minutes. You didn't need the 5 minutes, right?
For me, no.
No? Let's say 4. And I am going to share only the timer. There are past tenses in here also, okay? Very tricky exercise. Are you finished, guys? Do you need more minutes?
No for me.
No? I am not sure about one. I am not, this is a trap because they have the present tense and the present perfect. So I use it the present perfect. And this is also very evil.
In this I fail because I thought raining was double N. I put the good verb, but raining I put with double N, I thought.
I invert. What did I do here? Okay, this is questionable. No, it's not. While, yeah. While he was doing one thing, the son was doing the other thing at the same time. So it is not at two different moments like in number one. So when it started to rain, we were watching TV. So one action started and then we were doing something else. In here, it is my mistake, right? And in here, one past. After is a keyword for the simple past. However, one past before the past is a past perfect.
Good trick.
Okay?
I put the same. I put so.
Because we look at after and we go straight for the immediate verb tense that comes to the mind.
Could be.
All right.
In my mind.
All right. So you say here, wait a minute. I will carry for you. And they do the trap here for look. But as I told you, if you can place the word now here, it is the present continuous. Okay? All right. Any questions in here? Although they are in the first set, they are present and now they are past, the reasoning is more or less the same. Okay? The tenses, the reason to choose the verb tense is the same. It only changes being present and past. All right. Any questions? Let me see the time. Okay. Then we need to look for here. Okay. Importance of, okay, I don't think it's time for this yet. No. None of this, it's not time yet. Depending on the group, we need to change the planning. Okay. Some students have already shared the documents with me. However, we are just doing diagnosis and it's not the time yet. Okay. One of the main concerns for all groups in general, even C1 students, let me make sure that I make it bigger so you don't see the name of the students, okay? I will share with you a writing that I am correcting. And this is an advanced student. Okay, now I think you can see only the first name and it doesn't matter. This is not from this promotion, so that's fine. Okay, I am correcting this essay. And we are doing the diagnosis. It is important that we do the diagnosis together in 3 or 4 classes because everybody knows what they have to fix, especially for the writings. look at this comment that I have here. Is it wrong to say of the? No, it is not wrong, but this is a very Spanish saying. Del coche, de mi madre, del tiempo. This is a very Spanish structure. So look at my suggestion. He says, you are able to avoid a lot of the problems of the modern area. I suggest, I would avoid the repetition here. You are able to avoid a lot of modern area problems like traffic jams. So you are avoiding one, repetition, and two, overuse of articles, because they don't use the articles like we do. For example, if you are writing an essay in Spanish and you are writing about artificial intelligence, you are going to say la inteligencia artificial. But if you write it in English, you are not going to say the artificial intelligence. You are going to start the sentence by artificial intelligence. And that's the first thing that the students do, artificial intelligence, because we are overusing the articles because we are translating from Spanish. And my mission is to convince you to reason in English. Okay, so this is one example of how we need and what do we, Lucy, what we need to do. Okay, so now we are going to go for the articles. No. In a text. Mm-hmm. This one is good. So the articles in English are a, and, the. That's it. While you do this, I am going to copy and paste some information from the old document in here. All right? Let me set the timer again. Let me have a look. We have 1, 2. There's no text. Oh, let's go slowly. Okay. No, go only for number 3. Go straight to number 3 because the others are too easy. I'm not going to set the timer, and I'm going to look for someone in the text. When you finish, let me know, okay? Very easy for you, right?
I hope. I'm afraid to click in the check answer.
Hmm. We need in a text. I don't know why I'm having trouble. This one here. Overuse articles.
Wow. 90. You.
Okay. Articles. Here.
I finished too.
Okay. Did you get a good
I finished.
score?
80.
Huh? Okay. Just a sec. I found the links that I need. Okay, here.
What I like of this test is they give you really good feedback on why is the correct answer. I like a lot.
I found the text. The text. Now, copy. Okay, so now you know more or less the use. You have revised, and this is text. I'm pasting now right below it. And there are two like this. We need to do both of them. In this, we need more than 85%. Exercise 29 and exercise 30. How is that going? How is that going? I'll give you 5 minutes for the first one, okay? And we correct. Don't do the second one. We correct together the first one.
Okay.
Right.
If you finish before the timer, let me know.
Done.
Okay, and now?
Wait a minute.
Okay, and Javier, let us know.
No, not.
Let us know, okay? And Juan Carlos, you can maybe revise, make sure.
Done.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, all right. So we need to click on, I will stop this and share everything. We did number 29. I have copied the link to this page onto the document. So this is 29 and 30 because these are the general review exercises. But if a student does the exercise and commit many, many mistakes, the general link is here. Okay. There is an advised order to the articles so that you go step by step. I will paste it later. And this is part of my homework. Paste order article. This is okay. Okay, let's do all at once and then we. So let's go, Juan Carlos, Arnau, and Javier. You tell me and we correct at the end, all right?
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
You can read everything until the first dot that you find.
I just received a postcard from the Robinsons, a family I met last year.
It made me start thinking, when was the last time I actually sent a letter or a postcard to someone?
It's strange. The postal service has been part of the daily life for centuries.
For
Centuries, sorry.
For here, nothing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Juan Carlos?
And suddenly, with a single generation, the postal system is on its way to becoming a thing of the past.
These days, few people send letters.
Today, email is a far more common way to communicate with friends and family.
It's also the faster and cheaper way to communicate.
The faster and cheaper way. Okay. When I send, sorry.
When I send an email to a friend in a distant country, the friend will receive the email almost immediately.
Just a sec. When I send an email to a friend in
In a distant country, the friend will receive the email.
Okay.
What's more, I have the ability to attach a photograph, video, or MP3.
And I don't even have to buy the expensive stamp.
But the world is changing quickly. In a decade or two, we might all be using a totally different kind of technology to communicate.
Okay. Question, did you check yours?
Yep.
Okay. How did you, you shouldn't. Next time we didn't. We don't check, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So the ones in white are wrong. And I am not going to give you the answer. We're gonna do it again. Juan Carlos, you try this one first.
It's strange. The postal service has been part of daily life. Nothing.
And now?
And suddenly, within a single generation.
Javier?
The postal system is on its way to become a thing of the past.
Where
This
are
is
we?
correct. This is correct already.
Today, email is
Today email is a more common way to communicate with friends and family.
Juan Carlos?
It's also a faster and cheaper way to communicate.
Okay, because I will give you the answer now because I know it was yours. The is for superlatives.
The parties. Yeah.
Okay. Now?
When I send an email,
Okay. Javier?
The friend will receive the email. No.
Here, what's more?
What's more, I have the ability to attach a photograph, a video, or an MP3.
Okay.
An MP3.
An MP3.
And yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
and I don't even have to buy an expensive stamp.
Okay, let's check now.
Getting closer.
Oh. Okay, now it's all right. Okay, now we can go to exercise 30. Let's go. Let's see if we do better. So a little bit more attention because 73% is a little lower than we need. So we can all click on exercise 30, page 7. Everybody watching the same, of course.
For me, done and review.
Okay. What about the others?
Me too.
Me too.
All right. Good. Let's check. Share. Okay. Juan Carlos?
Have you ever thought about buying an electric car?
And now? You're mute? You're mute?
Sorry. With the
Problem.
price of gas at more than $4 a gallon, it's starting to look like a very good options for people trying to save money.
Okay. Javier?
Yes, I have. In fact, I've been doing a little research into electric cars recently.
Go ahead. You can do all the sentence.
Okay. I went to a car dealer last week and test drove a couple of electric cars just to get a feeling for what was out there.
Javier? Juan Carlos, all the sentence?
So, do you think they are a good choice for a person like me who thinks the price of gas has gotten a bit out of control?
Just a sec. Can you tell me the option here for?
This a good choice for person like nothing.
Nothing. Uh-huh. Who thinks?
The price of gas has gotten a bit out of
Out
control.
of. Okay. Now this one we can split in three. So Arnau, you go.
That's a hard question to answer. For example, the first car I tried was amazing, but I almost have a heart attack when I saw the price.
Okay.
And the second car I tested was an expensive model, but it was a relatively slow car, and the battery was too small.
Okay. And Juan Carlos.
You could only drive a car for few hours before you had to recharge. And with few public charging stations, that's not an easy thing to do.
Nothing here?
And with few people, few public charging stations, that's not an easy thing to do.
Okay. Okay. So it is a few hours. Okay. And what is you could only drive the car for a few hours. And here, a person like me. Okay, Juan Carlos? So
Yeah.
do you think it is a good choice for a person like me? So which person? The person because it's a specific person, or a person because I am a person?
Is one person not properly like you? One person you are directing is one person.
Okay, so it is a person
A
like
person.
me. Okay. All right, much better this time, right? Okay, we are fine for the articles. All right, guys, so if we need more practices, that's it. And the last part of the class is punctuation. What do we need to write properly? We need grammar. Part of the grammar are the articles because this is a problem for Spanish speakers. And we need punctuation. It may seem unbelievable, but many students have problem with punctuations, especially with semicolons. This is a semicolon. This is a semicolon. Okay? And many students struggle with that.
Because in Spanish we don't use it.
Okay. So we are going to try to establish the punctuation. The full stops are obviously used to finish a sentence. The commas are used to list parts or items in a list, or even separate little phrases. What is the difference between a sentence and a phrase? Anybody in the room? Nobody? A sentence is a full, complete structure to deliver a message. That's the structure TOEIC is looking for in the whole exam. So every time you are doing an activity for TOEIC, they are going to ask you about sentences. Write a sentence. A sentence must bring subject with verb and object. This is a sentence. Example. Mary likes pizza. Subject, verb, object. Does it need to be this simple? No. The sentences can be amazingly long and have the same basic structure. Let's decorate this sentence. It is a sentence, right? Okay. What is a phrase? This would be a noun phrase, the hateful Mary, because it is a noun changed by an adjective. This is a phrase. Or this is a phrase. Not because it has an exclamation mark, just because it is a phrase. Okay? So the phrases compose a sentence, and a sentence must have subject, verb, and object. I think it is similar in Spanish. I don't remember. All right. Said that in this case, we cannot use a semicolon here. We cannot use a semicolon here. Why not? Because the semicolon is used to change the topic. Let's say this way. So for example, I like going to the movies. I love science fiction films. So this is one message, and this is another message, completely different. Let's go with the commas. I like going to the movies. I love all kinds of films. Romance, romantic, true events, science fiction, comma, and horror.
The last one, the last comma also.
Every time you end the list, before end, you have to add the comma.
I know it's not your subject, but in Spanish also, no.
I think more than one student told me you don't need in Spanish.
I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but I think the students tell me they don't put it in English because they don't need it in Spanish.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Okay, so more or less, this is what is more important for our essays. And I think it is important to do an exercise about, oh, it's going to be for homework. Okay, I am going to set then exercises about punctuation for homework. Just a moment. I think you don't need to worry for me. You don't need to wait for me. I'm going to paste the homework here. Just a sec. 10 o'clock, homework. Punctuation related exercises. I will post it in a few minutes. Okay? All right. Any
Okay.
questions, guys? Next class, we are going to have an idea about the listening exam intro and practice. Because you have a listening exam on platform. Okay? So we are going to do some practice in the class. I am going to assign some homework. Unfortunately, the homework is a full exam. I need to take advantage of you not being in internships because then it's impossible. All right? And that's it for today.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for coming and you have a good Monday and Tuesday. See you Wednesday.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.
Bye.